story from Vietnam that I don't think I've mentioned before. And so I'm going to tell it to you today. Every couple of months, I would have the great honor of serving KP, doing kitchen police, pots and pans, for the General's Mess Hall in the 101st Airborne Division. No, it was not fun. It was a real pain in the butt. Just about every day, sometimes twice a day, they served us roast beef, mashed potatoes and gravy. Well, the roast beef came on a roll like bologna, and they just sliced it off, and it tasted like bologna. It was not good. But that was our mainstay a lot. But every time that I had KP for the General's Mess Hall for dinner, I would have to scrape off the General's plate. He had his own plate. I would have to scrape off from his plate steak and lobster that he had left on his plate. Every time. So we had bologna roast beef, and the General had steak and lobster. That just really made me mad. Flash ahead about 40 some years, and they have now Vietnam Veterans Day. And the very first one they had at Fort Irwin. And they invited all Vietnam veterans to come to it. And, we never got a homecoming as Vietnam vets. Our homecoming was real quiet. No one asked. No one told. We didn't tell. Some got spit on. I never got spit on. But it's just we weren't recognized. Well, now, after the fact, 40 years, they're recognizing us. And so they put us on a bus in Barstow to go out to Fort Irwin. And we started after going through the gate. The streets were lined with school children waving flags and carrying signs of welcome home and cheering us along the way. We also had a motorcycle escort front and back. And it was amazing. And so we finally got to, I think, the gymnasium, and they had us all assembled outside the door, and then they opened the door, and when we walked in, all the stands were full of soldiers, present-day soldiers and their families and their children. And they're all cheering and waving flags and signs, welcoming us home. Oh man, it was so beautiful. It was so nice. And then we sat in the middle in chairs. And the person speaking was General Abrams, the son of Creighton Abrams, our general in Vietnam. And he welcomed us home. And not only after that, they served us lunch. And we went through the chow line, and here General Abrams serves me on my plate. Are you ready for this? Serves me steak and lobster. I couldn't believe it. It was just amazing. Unbelievable. And you talk about healing a lot of wounds. That sure did.